So, first things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Black Series Edition LLC. What we have here is the Advanced Ambient Light Projection 48, and this right here is our Black Series Edition dedicated Black CINEMAX. Now, the Black CINEMAX basically has more tests done. All our products are tested at the end of the day, but this is one of the demonstrations that screen paints fear the most. This is called, on our end, we call it a black versus black. So if you're making a black paint, you have to put it against black products to make sure your product doesn't match. As for gray screens, well, they would have to do the same thing. They would have to do demonstrations on showing what's the difference between a gray screen paint product and everyday house paint. And it would have to be done live on YouTube. So, as I told you, this is something you will never see a gray screen paint product. Well, we did have somebody did try to make that attempt twice, and they did fail miserably in the process. The videos also went missing. But as for the rest of them, no, they have not done this demonstration yet. And this is one of the things we advise customers to do right from the door. Anytime you buy a screen paint product from anybody, one of the things you need to ask, who has a screen chicken pig or whatever that is, one of the things you need to ask is, does the product match an everyday acrylic paint that he or she could purchase right over a counter? One of the demonstrations we do, we start the black versus black, where we show tons of demonstrations on black fabric, black paint, black film, you name it, we've done it. As for everybody else, well, we had one person do it and failed twice, which is probably did come up matching house paints. The rest of them haven't done the demonstrations yet. But again, this is a demonstration that screen paints fear the most. Now, for the desperate individual who tried to make our screen paint the first time and failed miserably under our permission, we had to do it for you. As we can see, you tried to make another attempt to do it again. Gee, you never learn anything. Or we're not going to. We're not bothering with it whatsoever. We already know you can't make anything to begin with. Gee, unbelievable. But anyway, you would have to pass all our test demonstrations under the dedicated Black Cinema, also including CINEMAX, including our black versus black demonstrations that we do with ease. Other than that, you can't make black paint. We saw it. Tried, but you can't make it. So one of the things that you should be concerned about the most is basically this demonstration right here, whether or not your product will not match house paint. And this is something we advise customers right from the door before you buy any products from anybody. Make sure that the product is tested, showing time stamp before the product actually shipped out, or when the product was basically launched. All test demonstrations must be done before the product was ever launched. Another one, make sure it doesn't match any form of acrylic paints or any paints that you could buy from over the counter. That's something that's extremely important. And also too, you want to make sure there's a difference between that and a white screen. Let's get another demonstration right here. This music is kind of long and drawn. Let's see what we got going on up here. Skyward food demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
Homegrown music drives me nuts. Let me see what we got going on over here. We did on white, so go here. Now, as you can see, we did this live quite a lot because this is a demonstration that's extremely easy for us. We do advise that when you're watching, if anyone does happen to do it, which we doubt they will, you can't match the screen. That's the last thing you want. No bumps, no hiccups, none of that. You can't match it, period. If you have to walk up on top of a screen to show the difference, you've already failed. So what is the difference between someone's product and acrylic paints? Well, that's the question you're going to have to ask. Because we've been asking it forever. And we still, at the end of the day, we don't find any demonstrations of gray versus gray. I don't see them. Those of you making black products, if we've seen these black products in the day, where are the tests under these products? No testing. And this is what they're upset. This is what they're bothered by. They think they should be able to make whatever they want, say whatever they want, and the customer should buy it regardless without asking any questions. No. What is the difference between your product and house paint? We already seen the results of one person matching house paint. This is the reason why you need to ask these questions. Now, message to anyone trying to make our products. Feel free to pass all test demonstrations under our products, but since you don't do testing yourself, we know that won't be done. But until then, you do make great paint, so you need to do that test live on camera. If you can't do it, then people don't buy from you, and you shouldn't have a website or business. J and K, 4K.
Getting that from YouTube.
There we go. I'm going to go right to your channel. I want this one.
Fair.
This is one of the most feared demonstrations for a screen paint to go through. Absolutely terrifying. But you know what happens if they match that paint, right? Their price will drop dramatically. The product's worth will be worth nothing. And at the end of the day, anything that was said about the product is completely out the window. Right now, standing, we have the most black on black test demonstrations on any screen paint right now. Only one person did a gray versus gray, and they failed in the process. They did it, but they failed. So that's only 2 against 64 test demonstrations on our behalf. So it's a question I ask to customers. Do not buy a screen paint product unless they can pass those 3 things. All tests dated before the product was launched. Make sure the product can actually outperform a white screen. And most of all, make sure they're not matching any household paints. You may try to want to make our technology, but you can't. Our technology is tested. I can go anywhere and do this display. You, on the other hand, you cannot do this. Your product will match any grade paint I choose. The reason why we said it, we have an individual who did match house paint. I mean, really matched the daylight cells of house paint. Any grade gray paint will match that stuff. Any gray paint. After what I've seen already. This is why products need to be tested. Imagine all the people who bought that product and then turned around and found out it matched the gray paint.
Here's where we make sure our Blue Buddy soft is super soft. Music to my ears.
We're literally going to have to build a web page for our black on black test demonstrations because we don't have enough room on this site to add them in. We have 4 more CINEMAXs dedicated that are coming out. An entire product line under the dedicated black CINEMAX. So if you call yourself making them, well, you better get busy because again, there's a bunch of them coming out and they're all tested, every single one of them. And this is one of the tests they have to go through. They can't match black paint. Now what's going to happen is that person's going to try to make that one ingredient and they're going to quit. They're going to fail, but they're going to quit. They don't have the, what's the word for it? They don't have the ability and a push for the business. They don't. This is why they cut corners. We already know that from the door that they can't do the test. They cut corners every chance they get. So we know that from the door. So there's no way in the world you're going to be able to develop 6 or 7 of the same kind that I have right now under all testing. You can't do that because you don't have the ability to do so. And the reason why is because, again, I hate to put it this way, they're lazy. Very lazy. If not, their products would have been tested. You're going to get into business, you can't be lazy. I work 7 days a week, almost sometimes 10 hours a day. I don't have time to be sitting around on my behind. Don't have time to be staring out the window. I'm always working, always developing new technology. This is the reason why our technology is untouched to this day. 12 years in the business and still untouched. You want a product that works, you got to work hard for it. Laziness is not going to help you. It's going to be your downfall. This is a test that's extremely important and must be done, whether the person likes it or not. Anyone who develops a screen paint product has to do this demonstration, and the demonstration must be done live. And if this terrifies you at the end of the day to do this demonstration, then you should not be doing business. If this is a demonstration that you fear, then you shouldn't be doing business. Pack up shop and go. Because I give you one thing. The only way some of these people are able to apply some of these screens onto some of these outside businesses, either you know those people and you're able to talk to them, but the people I do business with, it ain't gonna work. You're gonna have to show some serious proof that that product functions. Let's go with LG snowboarding.
Getting that from YouTube.
So the difference between our product and any kind of black paint, it doesn't match. Because our products are all tested. black on black demonstrations. We gotta find some more stuff. Getting bored with this. I think in every video demonstration, we're doing a black on black demonstration. Yeah, if they did a gray versus gray, any screen paint did a gray versus gray, that's the end of it. That's definitely the end of their product. I haven't seen any black versus black on that, what do you call that product that the other one put out? I haven't seen any test on that at all whatsoever. And that thing doesn't work with ultra short throw. That's definitely telling you right there is a huge problem. You can't run on an ultra short throw. That's the easiest projector to use. Should be no problem with that. How do you not run on an ultra short throw? I still can't get over that. Like, what the heck is going on with the screen? They can't pick up on ultra short throw. It's the easiest projector to use. It's sitting right on top of the screen. Like, how much of a problem you gonna literally have with that? People worry about projectors not being bright enough. That's 3,000 lumens, less than a foot away from a screen. What problems could you possibly be having with that? Man, that's not good. Because that means the possibilities are bad possibilities, extremely bad possibilities. It could be hot spotting issues. You definitely don't want that popping up on the screen. It could be a number of things. It could be it. The screen could go black. You can have extremely bad viewing angles. That's another one that could pop up. The viewing angles basically are what you call them dark corners that form around the screen. Those are called the viewing angles. Narrow viewing cone. That's what literally could be happening. So basically the center will pick up, but the edges come up really, really dark. So it could be having a narrow viewing cone effect. And that's pretty bad. Because you have a narrow viewing cone effect, that means your angle gain is going to be completely thrown off. Gee whiz, that's probably what it is. Good luck with that, because the majority of most people want ultra short throws installed in, so yeah, that ain't gonna go too well. I don't even know how that's even possible, but yeah, whatever. That's a really easy projector. That's why I said people do a lot of demonstrations on ultra short throws. That's an easy machine to use. No, you shouldn't have any issue. The only problem ultra short's going to have is it can't project even that close to the screen. It's still going to have issues with picking up contrast and color because of the screen. Just because you're sitting that close is not going to help you. You know, we're not paying us any mind that we're not matching anything on here, but you know, we're used to this. We've done this dozens of times. I can literally have a conversation about something completely different and not be fazed by what's going up there because we're used to our products not matching. I mean, I can literally just walk away from here and go someplace else because, again, the screen's not going to match anything because our technology is different. But that shows you at the end of the day our dedicated black CINEMAX versus everyday household paints. And we've done this on just about everything we design. So we've been doing this since 7s. The big question you got to ask yourself when you're dealing with these great products out here, how much of that is going to match a household paint? That's why we said this is one of the most feared demonstrations to be done on live on YouTube. Whoops. There you go. Watching this guy fail. First he said it was the first time, then the second time, then we made it for him, it failed. Then he said it was fabric, that failed. Now he comes back with Noor, failed again. Made 3 products out of Noor, conquered that, destroyed that. and all the other products, made the other fake, what do you call it, that other product, the philosopher, made his stuff. That failed also too. Now we got these up here, they're also failing. I gotta put it this way. You've done this already before, and you failed. That's it. I told you, anything after that, it's just sad. It's a cry. It's a, what do you call it? A stab in the dark. It's just sad. But we're gonna watch you come back over and over again until we go to court and try again and fail and try again and try again. We're not entertaining it. We're not gonna make it. I'm not gonna bother with it because again, we did it already. We even gave him permission to make it, and he still failed. And I had to get on camera and I had to embarrass you so badly. Literally got on camera and danced on camera and laughed at him. That's bad. It's sad when that happens to you. So no one has any faith that you can make black products at all, period. Sad enough, no one has any faith that you can make gray products. Sad enough, because you match house paint. And again, the demonstration that this individual did, he was so terrified of the microblend. He's terrified of it. Terrified to do this demonstration. Deleted the videos, got rid of them. We do this for fun. He hates the fact that we give armed customers with information that he doesn't want them to say. He doesn't want them to say at the end of the day, oh, can you match your product against house paint? The last thing he wants to hear come out of a customer's mouth. Or anybody who makes a product that's not tested. I don't want to hear that. Because in the back of their mind, that's automatic lost sale. Can't back it up. Customers requesting to see tests on a product before it was launched, automatic lost sale. They don't have any testing. What I find interesting is people who try to make our products. How in the world are you going to show any test demonstrations on our products when you don't have test demonstrations on yours? Oh, think about that one. What I look forward to seeing, do we need to put a challenge underneath this thing? How hard is it to do it? Never mind, forget it. We've been down this road, forget it. No point beating the dead horse to death. I gotta catch myself sometimes when I start giving people challenges. I gotta remember it's a waste of time. It is absolutely a waste of time. They can't do it. All right, let's get something else to watch. Let me see. White Snow Cottage screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
I have no idea why I even bother asking. There's no point. They can't do it anyway. I can say that one person did it. It didn't go well, but he still did it. It really didn't go well, but he still did it. Because he came in full glass. He literally thought he was going to be to do it, and it didn't go well. Really didn't go well. And because of that, he's scarred for life. He can never ever do that demonstration ever again. I sat there and made that consumption, made that claim what? A year ago. You can never get up and do that ever again. And the reason why is because the products aren't tested. You can't go before the people I do business and talk that nonsense. They don't want to hear that nonsense. That stuff that the philosopher talks on camera, they don't want to hear that crap. Does it work? Yes or no? Can you back it up? Yes or no? That's what they want to know. If not, get out of their face. It's the kind of people I do business with. These are very serious people at the end of the day. If they're going to invest the time and money into your business, it better work. Or if not, get out of their face. They got other things to do. Time to be shooting the breeze with you. Let's see where you want to go at next. Let's go play the Snow Doggy.
Why did we choose Safeway? We were
So
loading
all
our
that
SUV
mumbo jumbo about
Safeway
abstract,
came
they don't
right
want to
to
hear
us,
that
and
crap.
that's exactly when they'd arrived.
Show me
With
that
a
it
face
works.
we could
Yes or no?
trust.
They don't.
Service
Anybody I've
the
done
way we
business that
wanted.
were real serious people, they don't want to hear that crap when you walk in there. You better back up everything you said and your specifications, or you get an airline ticket home, or you're getting out of that facility as fast as possible. They don't want to see you in there. They will stop talking to you and go about their business. They will cut you clean off. What will come up in the conversation? It came up multiple times on us. Does this stuff match black paint? Can I do the same thing with black paint? It came up multiple times. And I can go do this. So what happens if one of you fellas are in there and they go, that's a gray screen, right? All right, so what's the difference between that and me getting something from Home Depot? What are you going to do then? You can't go up there and say, well, there's a slight difference in the color and the hue. They don't want to hear that crap. No. Buddy, I'm seeing two of the same screens here. What the heck are you seeing? That's exactly how they're going to speak to you. All right, I got things to do. Bye. They escort you where the door is at. Bye. So you can't walk into that area due to the fact that you don't know 100% if your screen is how it's going to react because you never tested it. On YouTube, you get away with that stuff to a certain degree till you bump into somebody like me. Then you can't get away with it no more. Other than that, think about all the people who brought that product under the CINEMAX and then end up matching a house paint at the end. And think about how they feel at the end of the day. Everybody's talking about this, that, and the other. Think about those customers who bought those products and found that they could have did the same thing with house paint. That must have been an extremely unpleasant experience. What's going on over here in red? Huh. Comes up too dirty. Doesn't even match her stuff. Yeah, you're going to have to show all that. Or no one's going to touch you with a 10-foot pole. Can't fool those people at the end of the day. Because those people are sitting there right up on top of your screen looking at it. That's the difference between if you're saying, okay, this is the reason why we do all these test demonstrations and other things we do at the end of the day, because you have to back it up even harder when you're online. Offline, because the stuff is already back, pretty much that's pretty easy for us to do too also too, because we're used to doing the hard stuff online. But anyway, you have to back it up even harder because it's a person who's buying your product that never seen it up close. So again, from somebody who's been doing this for years, I can see all the corners that you guys are cutting. I can see all the stuff you don't. I've seen this stuff already before. I can tell already from the door. In real life, this would be real life on live stream. When you get out there, yeah, you can't do that whole darkening environment, all that stuff, because they're not going to let you darken that complex or whatever place you're working at to accommodate that screen. Either it works or you go. Have to be to back that up. And we can back it up. So this is why we call this the most feared demonstration. Because if a screen paint ends up matching a house paint, it's destroyed from the door. That means anything they talked about having this capability and that capability is whoop out the window because the house paint did it. That's why. The price of it drops dramatically. It'll be under the price of a quart of that paint that it matched. That's why when the CINEMAX video, where we're not going to mention his name because we don't want to change his name, but we know who he is. CINEMAX video, he matched the great paint, the network gray. Automatically, anything he says against that product doesn't mean nothing because the house paint did it. He really shouldn't be getting the money, $60 for it. I doubt anybody's paying for that, but he shouldn't be getting that at the end of the day because again, yeah, you can just buy the house paint instead and it's cheaper at a quart, even the same thing as a gallon, so no one's touching it. That's why the price automatically dropped dramatically when we're not all that exposed. Oh, man. Yeah, it's a mess. It's an absolute mess. Unfortunately, you're going to have customers who are going to get caught up in that nightmare. Let's see, we're going to go with this one. I'm going to do something interesting. We've done different colors and stuff. We did that already. We did white levels on there. Big tropical beach. Oh, I got an interesting one. TCL. Black and white.
Getting that from YouTube.
This is a fun one. So the reason why I like this one so much, because you'll see the contrast. As I said before, any black service can pull contrast. The problem is, can it see white light? Oh yeah. Colors will come out dark too. put it this way, your products that y'all have, you can't even work on the test site. I mean, your site I'm working at right now, you can't work there. Your screens won't pull. Even if we have 4,000 watts in there, 4,000 lumens. See the demonstration? Do you see the oversaturation of contrast levels? That means the screen is pulling up, well not ours, but the black paint is pulling up too high of a black level and it can't register white light. Now we can pull contrast, so can the black paint, but we can see white light and the black paint can't pick it up. And I'm on a 4,000 lumen projector at that. Some people think if you're on a high enough projector, high enough lumens, you can pull out the white light. There is no white light to pull out. It's black paint. So as I said before, all screen paint products are acrylics, every single one of them. But you have to show it, make sure it's different from any other acrylic paint over the counter. What makes yours so special? And this is what makes ours so special. Our screens can read white light. If we do come across anyone who's made claims that they have purchased from us, and we know you haven't purchased, cans have special markings on them. Here's what new cans coming in. They have special markings on them. We can actually tell which ones are which, when they were sold, and who they were sold to. Now, looking at the Network Gray 773 and the CINEMAX, well, it matched. If you look at our dedicated CINEMAX, the black, it doesn't match black paint. And my projector is 4,000 lumens and I still can't match it. I like this demonstration. I need more demonstrations like this. I gotta do this one on Facebook. This is pretty fun. My adrenaline level is through the roof. I love these black versus black demonstration challenge. I'll tell you right now, you guys do no testing whatsoever on your products. I can easily wipe yourself so easily. You try to duplicate my products and you still fail. Oh man, it's just unbelievable. I mean, this was back in the day of warriors and Vikings. I would see you guys stand behind to stay with the women and children. I like to go fight in battle. You don't have the heart for it. Man, that was fun. Now I'm all hyped, Jones, all hyped to the roof now. I gotta find other black paints, other furs, and I'm just kind of bored now. I gotta find stuff to do. Right now I'd be on site, but right now today we're not on site. We're on site Friday, Saturday, Sunday, only Mondays and Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Till then I have to find things like, well, I got the 2 other screen paints to make and we got testing behind that to do, so that's gonna be fun. Okay, let me see, I need something else. White screen, 4K
All right,
screensavers.
this is my stupid ass TCL. I have a TCL.
Yeah, I've seen them TVs. The smarter they make them, the more problems they have. I had a friend of mine came home and her TV was playing sound and no freaking video, was gone. And then she wanted to call in and find out how much it would cost to replace certain parts on it. And then find out that, well, it seems like you don't pay for certain warranty, your warranty goes up and then basically it's not covered by certain parts. Yeah, she tossed that thing right in the trash and went out and bought something else. Much cheaper, but she bought something else because she didn't want to go near one of those screens ever again. Yeah, there are problems with them. Right, you got a screen that's about that freaking thin, and you got a motherboard in there with the GPU and CPU sitting in that bad boy. And it's sitting flat against the wall. They're gonna burn out on you eventually, or get dead pixels or anything else that may pop up. All kinds of issues. That's why people pay for those warranties on them. Let's see. None of these are gonna pop up. I want to put some white snow or something. Oh, we can do this right here. Exactly what it was. First they said it was that dip paint. We tested, we did that, failed. Chalk paint, failed. Then we did all that stuff. Fail, 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 fail. Come on, I need something. We gotta have something on here. Let me see. Let me see. We did the TLCs. We did those already. Let me see what TCL. TCL 4K demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
Yeah, might as well just play on this one right here. Oh, let's do the soccer.
Bleeding gums? Start healing them from day one with Crest Gum Detoxify and Restore.
Let's race!
Sports bar that I go into to paint this screen in, this is one of the demonstrations I will be doing because it's going to come up. So what I'm arming all you customers with that are out there buying spray paints for the first time, make sure you ask that question. What's the difference between your product and an everyday gray paint? Ask us, what's the difference between your product and an everyday black paint? There you go. We do them live with no problem whatsoever. The rest, well, they fear it. Oh, and by the way, and the reason why you can't do those campaigns about saying our product is too dark and you can't see it, because you'll mess around and step on somebody else's toes who already stepped on yours. But don't really care about that today. That's before. We've got things we got to do. Other than that, these are the tests you need to see done live. Actually painted these on camera too. Yep, we'll put the video below. I gotta get that video with that 4K versus, yeah, we gotta find it one. I gotta get that one and mark that one if there too. I forgot about that. Definitely do that. We're not matching that at the end of the day. Beautiful animals in 12K. Wait, that was in blast all, right? Let me see, Samsung 4K demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
There are a lot of eloquent words to describe great design, but they're just unnecessary.
should be good. Yeah, you should definitely be good. Oh yeah, I forgot to add. That demonstration on gray versus gray should be about an hour long, live on YouTube. Someone did that already. It's like watching a small mouse trapped inside of a mason jar. Nowhere to go. But unfortunately, you're going to have to do that one over and over and over again because, again, we are advising all customers, any customers that are purchasing any screen paint products, to request that demonstration, one of the demonstrations out of the three. Make sure you are definitely getting a screen paint and not a house paint. And if they can't back it up, then you come to us, because we can.
Shake the slow release carbs and provide steady morning energy. Velveeta, rise and thrive.
Vintage cars, 4K.
Getting that from YouTube. Getting that from YouTube.
Let me see, I need to grab a charger and battery pack. We got one on. Right. Here we go. Sony 4K demonstration, slam dunk.
Getting that from YouTube.
Really? Sony 4K demonstration, slam dunk.
Getting that from YouTube.
Alright people, we're done about here. Done about here. Wow. We're done here. So basically just showing you at the end of the day why you need to ask the question, what is the difference between everyday household paints and the screen? Because you don't end up getting a product at the end of the day, it's nothing more than house paint. And again, you can end up with a bad experience. Alright, with that being said, gotta go, and God bless.